This is Patrick Roth, Senior Support Tech for E1 Business Solutions. Today we're going to look at a fairly common question is in a Excel folder data source map is how do I know what the name of the file is that the data comes from? So in this case, you might be surprised to know is you can't. Um, if we look at this example map, we can see that the source folder is this path, the source, and then destination success, and then fail, and then the template file is in a template folder. So the idea is that if I go back to my original data, if I look in these two sample files, customer underscore 1234 and 5678, if I open up one of them, it's a very simple map with 4 columns, and there's 2 records in each to make 4 unique records total. And I do not have any indication. I mean, I can look at this and I can see that, but the SmartConnect itself doesn't know or won't tell you what the map is. So if I would need the destination, the name of the source file in my destination, SmartConnect can't give that to you. But all is not lost. We can do some programming tricks to get around that. So if we look at the template file, as you know, the template and the source files have to match, and we need the file name. We don't know. We can't change our original source, because if we did, then we would need to be doing this to give you the map name. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add this file name into our template. I've already done that. So I just put a column E, 5th column, file name. And again, if we look at this one, it's only got the 4s. It doesn't have column E populated. Now, if we just ran the map, we didn't write any bit of code, SmartConnect would actually skip these, because as you know, the template file and the source file all have to match. So it would notice the first one has 5, this one has 4, they don't match. It would just ignore them. And so we need to fix that. And of course, we need to put the data in that file. Now, from a SmartConnect point of view, then, how can we do this? Again, it doesn't tell you, and so we don't know, but we can write some code in order to do this. And so what we can do then is we can write a map prescript to read all the files in the source, and then use Excel itself to do it. And the easiest way probably would be to use .NET map to a .NET script in our map to read the map, the folder, and then pull out all the Excel files. And then using Excel, we can automate Excel to then grab the name that we just pulled from the file list and then add it into our column and then give it that name. And so we can make this interesting then, because we know the name, and we could jump right to add columns to source, but that's kind of easy. I thought maybe we'd make it a little bit more interesting. So instead of hard coding the name of the path, I mean, that makes us a lot easier if we just, in that script, instead of using variables, do it. So I thought we would make it a little bit more interesting to use SQL to find the name of this path, and then SQL to read SmartConnect and find the sheet name. So if we look at the map tasks, we have a task SQL can get the map folder source. So in this case, we're going to connect to our SmartConnect 20 database using our credentials and our SmartConnect user. And then if we run the query, this is actually going to give us the path of the source folder. And then we mark the update global variable to command. And this is a user-defined global variable I created, global underscore source underscore folder. And so when this runs, this is going to return one value, one column, one value, and it'll return it back to this global variable. And then we'll run it again, similar, in that I'm going to grab the name of the sheet. The name of the sheet. So in this case, we're going to grab the name of the sheet. We're going to stick it in the global sheet name variable. And in both cases, instead of hard coding the map, you want to add Excel file header, you can use this SmartConnect global variable called global map ID. And when this runs, it will automatically be set by SmartConnect to the name of this map. So I could cut and paste these two scripts, or like I said, you could just make it easy on yourself and just hard code the path. But like I said, I thought I'd make it a little more interesting. So if we look at the one that actually does the work here, we're going to declare two variables, source file and sheet name, and it's going to pull from those variables that we just pulled that was filled by SQL. We're going to define a header column name, which is called FileName, which is matches what I put in the template file. And then lastly, we're going to use this variable called header column number, which was column 5. If you had a different like number of columns, obviously you'd adjust this as you need it. Declare a few of our references as object. Easiest way to do it. That way we're using late binding, meaning that we're not strongly typing everything, which actually gets you into trouble in coding. But since we're not going to mark a reference to Excel here in the script namespace table, this is how you have to do it, by using that. So we spin up Excel using create object. We write this bit of code here, which is going to find all of the files in our source folder, which we defined up here, and we're going to find all the SLSX files. And just a little bit of debug, just so we know that this worked. It's called commented out. Probably come out this one too if I had to, but if probably should. All this isn't going to happen. There's not any tilde star files, which means your Excel files open up in use. Then we're actually going to finally do something we declared and we know what we're doing. And we're going to grab the workbook from the name that we pulled off. We pulled off this list, and then we pulled off the sheet name, which was the sheet 1 that we got from our global variable. Now we're going to read the cell in that first row, so row 1, and then the header column number that we defined, and we're going to look to see is it blank or not. Is string is null or white space, is it blank or not? If it is if it is blank, then cool, we'll just set it. But if not, then we'll be done, because maybe you moved the file out of your done folder and you put it back. We don't need to do it. So it's going to spin through and look at the value. So now we decided, oh, we added the header, and now we need to add all of the rows. And so this is just hard coded to look 100,000 rows. Probably could do something. I'm pretty sure that there is a worksheet dot number rows. This just hard codes 100,000. And if you're going to have more than that, obviously change it. But it's going to spin through and it's going to add that value that we've just pulled from that, and it would add it to all the data using that. So as it loops through all of the rows, it's going to add that file name that we pulled up here. And finally, when we're done, it's going to save the workbook, close it, and release our objects, and we're done. So we validate it, it's valid. And I believe I threw the files in the folder. So if we're going to run this, and this is just running straight to a text file, nothing fancy. It could be obviously GP, it could be Business Central, it could be a generic REST destination, it could be anything, doesn't matter, just that we do it. The fact that we see that there's a record count is a good indication, and the fact that it's 4, better. But the fact that there's not 0 means that the source file did get at least the file header, the file name header added. If we look in our output folder where it should set to, we see our four columns, and then we see our 5th column, the file name, and indeed it was pulled data. And it's a little bit, I shouldn't say out of order, but since the key field on the map was the customer number, so that it's interleaved in here. But we can see that this did work. Like I said, we made it a little bit harder on ourselves by using SQL queries against the SmartConnect database. If we want to save ourselves some time in the Excel script that we looked at, all you have to do is just hard code the path in the sheet. There's no need to query on the database, but it has made it a little bit more interesting.